Officially, winter changes to spring here in Europe. Today we are once again at the World Heritage Site on the banks of the Loire Valley in France at the Orléans Masters 2026. You join us at the Palais de Sport, which plays host to the 9th BWF event of this year's World Tour, and where some of the world's top badminton players have a spring in their step as they've reached the semi-finals. Today is split into two sessions, with our first match on court one, which sees a first meeting between Indonesia's reasonably new pairing of Rose and Setianingrum taking on the brand new Japanese pair Nakade and Takahashi. In men's doubles, last year's Baoji China Masters champions Hu and Lin have a tough match today against Indonesia's Karnando and Maulana, who have already won the Thailand Masters this year. The second women's doubles semi-final puts Hirokami and Hubara to the test as they face another new pair. Lin Chi-chun and Yang Chu-yun are this week only at their third tournament together. And it's new pairings all round as the second men's doubles is up next, where Okumura and Yamashita made their debut together just last week at the Swiss Open. Denmark's Rasmus Kjær and Christian Faust Kjær are looking for their first final on the World Tour. Our first singles contest is in the women's event, where Nozomi Okuhara, the 2017 world champion, will fight for a place in the final against 17-year-old Tanvi Sharma. And after the break, resuming at 5 p.m. local time, the second of the women's singles semi-finals will be centre stage. 19-year-old Thai Pichamon Opitnupath will be hoping to see off Isharani Barua from India. Mixed doubles is up next, where the home crowd favourites of Tom Jikel and Delphine Delrue, the All-England finalists a few weeks ago, look to make another final here against Chinese Taipei's Liu Quangheng and Zheng Yuqie. And all French eyes stay focused on the mat as Alex Lanier looks for his first final since last July. Most in the arena will be willing him on, all except his opponent, of course, Japan's Yudai Okimoto. So the draw in the women's doubles from the quarter-final stage onwards, you can see 4 of the top 8 seeds made it to the quarters. There is a possibility of an all-Japanese final, but you'd have to make the Indonesians favourites in the top half. Japan arguably have the edge, on paper at least, in the bottom half, where both semi-finalists had very tough matches yesterday to make it through to this stage. Well, this tournament began as a regional event in 1994. In 2012, the tournament was known as the French International. A few years ago, upgraded onto the World Tour, now a Super 300 event. There's $240,000 US in prize money available across the disciplines. Our fourth Super 300 of 2026. Plenty of home support later in the show as we move into the evening session today, as Jikel and Delrue will be in action from France. Alex Lanier in the men's singles, and Thomas Junior Popov, which won't be on the live TV matches. He's match number 10 in the schedule today, but every chance of making it through to tomorrow's men's singles final. Could be an all-French men's singles final tomorrow, by the way, so that should really thrill this Orléans crowd. So a first meeting between our two pairs in the first match. In fact, we don't have any previous meetings in the order of play until match number 5. It's quite a surprising factor of today's matches. There are so many newly formed or brand new pairs featuring in the Orléans Masters this week. So the coin toss result means a change of ends. I do like to see that amongst our top players, aware of the conditions of these arenas. It's not the biggest of arenas on the World Tour, but still there has been an element of drift here this week. Well, a few moments to introduce our competitors. This is Rachel Alicia Rose from Bogor in Indonesia, just 21 years old. And her partner, 1 year her junior, Febi Setianingrum. They are 23 in the world currently. They've been up there for 2 weeks now. Rose was formerly partnered with Melissa Trias Puspatasari. They collected 2 titles on the World Tour. Setianingrum has moved around the Indonesian national team, played a few tournaments with Apriani Rahayu, and a couple of Super 100 titles with her former partner, Jessita Miantoro. It's all about that round of 16 match for me against Chen and Lee of Taipei. Came through very strongly in the quarterfinals against the seeded pair. Well, these two are brand new to me. Sumiya Nakade, the 22-year-old from Toyama in Japan. Look at that ranking. 1067. That can be discounted to some extent, as this is their very first outing this week as a women's doubles pair. That's her partner, Mayu Takahashi. Currently has a world ranking of 75, with Misuki Otaki. Have been into the early 20s in the world rankings. And again, that round of 16 match is impressive. Taking out the 5th seeds, Kasuma and Puspitasari, in straight games. So whilst they are brand new, just goes to show Indonesians cannot take them for granted. Technical officials meandering around the back line. I think they're just ironing out a few last-minute details. I was speaking with the Indonesian coach this morning for doubles, who has every hope that both Rose and Setianingrum, and in the men's doubles next, Leo Rolly-Konando and Bagas Maulana, have a great chance of making it through to tomorrow's Orléans Masters finals. Sounding very relaxed and confident. Well, this 2-minute warm-up seems to be slightly extended. I think the umpire is just waiting for the nod from the technical officials. To give these players the go-ahead. It's been a highly participated event over the last couple of years. This European leg of the BWF HSBC World Tour.
It's because of the lights. Yes.
Last year's women's doubles champions, Kim Hee-jeong and Kong Hee-young. Rachel Rose took this title the year before with her former partner, Melissa Puspitasari. She'd love to claim it back again. And in recent years, we've seen winners here, the likes of An Se-young, Carolina Marin. In the women's singles, Alex Lanier took the men's singles title last year. In fact, Tomat Popov took the men's singles title here 2 years running in 21 and 22. Well, I did hear the umpire say something about lights. You could see there. Technical delegates from the BWF and the hosts in deep conversation. In fact, they're stood down to my right, deep in conversation. There is a slight delay here. Well, most certainly these players will be fully warmed up. You can see some adjustments being made. Down to a one-court format for semi-finals day. All 10 matches will be played on this court, 8 of which in our televised world feed schedule. It was a pretty quick schedule yesterday on semi-finals day. In previous years here, the
Ready to play?
first session has ran into the second session without much of a break. Yesterday, a 10 AM start. The matches in session 1, 5 matches were complete by around 3 PM. That's our chair umpire, Maria de las Neves Brau Martinez from Spain, and she'll be supported by the the Iceman, Ice Cam Cowan from Sweden. Ice Woman, perhaps. Well, the umpire has called ready to play. The technical officials still in conversations behind me, but
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've been given the
on my
thumbs
right,
up. It sounds like we're ready to go.
Rachel Alexia Rose and Febi Setianingrum, Indonesia. And on my left, Sumiru Nakade and Miyu Takahashi, Japan. Sumire Nakade to serve to Febi Setianingrum. Logo, play.
So this new pairing of Nakade and Takahashi starting the match on the far side. The arena still bathed in light. All of the, can I call them floodlights? Big rigging around the ceiling is bright across the entire arena, which we wouldn't normally see. Normally there's a light focus in on the courts that are in action. In this case, just the one court, but it seems they are still trying to manage that situation. I don't think it really matters for the players. If anything, they might be grateful. Ooh. Well, that was called in. I thought that went wide.
No, you need to pass the shuttle. You wait. 3 love.
Well, they're wanting to challenge this, and I don't.
You wait too much. You need to pass the shuttle.
Wow, that's an interesting situation. The umpire is not allowing the challenge
3
as
love.
the players waited too long. In my view, I don't think they did wait too long. I think they were very surprised by the call. Let's take a look at this. Cross net. Great technique, by the way. Misses, I think. Yeah. Rose and Setianingrum expected the decision to be wide. They were very surprised when the line judge called it in. And both put their arms in the air. That one's wide as well.
Service over. 1-3.
Nevertheless, off the mark. Bad decision from Setianingrum.
Service over. 4-1. Service over. 2-4.
Goes cross with the smash. It's a good effect.
Service over. 5-2.
That's clever. What a great shot from the left-hander.
6-2.
Well read. Febi
Service over.
had to put the brakes on
3
with that net
6.
kill. Almost ran into the net.
Four, 6. Five, 6. Service over. 7-5.
Well, it's been a very strong start. This new Japanese pair. Really impressed with the work of Takahashi so far.
8,
Very calm, very
5.
positive, great racket skills. Good block. Route 1 attack from the Indonesians.
Service over. 6-8.
Lost the point, but very impressed with her racket skills and control so far. Seems to have time on the shuttle, Takahashi. Changing the angle at the last moment. Quite often, good finish.
Service over. 9-6.
Japan have currently got 7 pairs inside the women's doubles top 30 rankings. What's that? Just under 25% of women's doubles players in the top 30 from Japan. That's impressive. Well played. Lovely. Terrific setup.
11-6 interval.
And those final 2 shots played perfectly. 5 points the gap at the mid-game interval. And surprisingly for me, pleasingly, Nakade and Takahashi have the lead.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Eleven, 6. Play.
Well, when I said pleasingly the Japan pair have the lead, I simply meant that I'm impressed with their play so far.
12-6.
It might have been a Rose and Setianingrum comfortable performance for the Indonesians. It might have been, having not heard of this Japanese pair before. And just a reminder, Takahashi has a world ranking of 75 with Otaki, a former partner. And Nakade has barely played on the World Tour. Well over 1,000 in the rankings. Had to dig deep to find some information out about Sumire Nakade. Just goes to show the strength in depth
13-7
of Japan's women's badminton of late. Because these two are the real deal. Taking it to a pair like Rose and Setianingrum is not easy.
14-7.
Very late decision that might have just caught the line. Good rally, what a cross block to finish. Those racket skills on show once again.
15-7.
Well, early stages of the match, but look at that block. Could not have played that any better. Mayu Takahashi, as I mentioned, the ranking she has with Otaki. They reached the final of the Taipei Open last year and the round of 16 at the China Open. But she also reached the final of the Indonesian
16-7.
Masters this year with Arisa Igarashi, beating 3 good pairs from Indonesia on the way. I don't think their world ranking will stay as high as it is for too long. Look at that counter-attack. Oh, golden opportunity missed. She did everything right, but the final shot.
8-16.
A lifeline, perhaps, for Setianingrum and Rose. Brilliant.
Service over. 17-8.
Well, so far, the Indonesians not yet showing the form we saw in Australia late last year.
9-17.
A great end to 2025. They took that Super 500 Australian Open title, having only come together as a pair in August. Oh, he changed his mind, the line judge.
Sumire Nakade challenges call in.
Well, the kill shot had a touch of slice, which does take pace off the shuttle. And Hawkeye being called into action for the first time today. Sat right beside me, in fact. They're, it's good to get an insight into what goes on for them to make the call. It has gone long. The line judges' first instincts were correct.
18-9.
They signalled out and then changed their mind. Challenge.
Service over. 10-18.
Oh. She read that like a book.
Service over. 19-10.
I've been so impressed so far with this Japanese pair. Their decision-making has been spot on. When to play it safe, when to take risks. Using those controlled shots like that, had time. Tiniest of deceptions. Shaped to play the lift at the last second. A deft net shot. 10 game points. What a start to this match for Nakade and Takahashi.
Wait.
And there it is. First time of asking for this brand new pair of Nakade and Takahashi. Take the opener, 21-10.
Nakade and Miyu Takahashi, 21-10. seconds. Second game. Logo. Play.
So game 2 about to get underway. Let's see if the change of ends, the change of conditions does anything to impact this match, because at the moment it's been Route 1, one-way traffic.
One love.
For this pair, which arguably most around the world will never have heard of. They've been brilliant. And off to a good start.
2 love. Three love.
Well, lots to think about for Rose and Setianingrum on the line.
Service over.
Little smile there from Nakade off camera.
1-3.
And a big smile from Takahashi. I'm not sure what's going on that side of the court.
You need to call immediately, okay?
Well, that's twice the umpire has
1-3.
refused to allow these players to challenge. And she's right in this instance. They took far too long. Just superb.
Service over. 4-1.
Touche.
Service over. 2-4. It's okay? Wait. Play.
Well, set herself up nicely.
4.
Perhaps could have put a little bit more pace on that first shot, so that the shuttle would have to travel in an upwards direction, making it easier for that follow-up interception.
5-3.
More aggressive in the return of serve from the Indonesians. Yeah, good touch from Rachel Rose, gets the net cord,
Service over.
making it more difficult to control the lift.
Sumida, pass the shuttle.
A few of these shots just not quite coming off in the second for the Japanese pair. Good defense. That's worth a challenge.
Sumire Nakade, challenges call out.
Fairly quick call from the line judge. Usually a sign of a confident call. But certainly from this side of the court, I'm sat behind the Japanese pair, and it looked like it might have caught the line. Yeah, it's wide.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. On court. 6-5. Play.
Good drive from Rachel Rose, aggressive.
7-5.
First time in the entire match so far. The Indonesian pair have had the lead. Oh, that's a bit loose from Takahashi. She gets away with it due to that mistake going long. Well, looking a little bit more tense. That's unlucky.
Service over. 8-6.
You can just sense Takahashi has a game plan. She's thinking ahead. Plays one shot, looking for a certain reply, knowing exactly what she's going to do with the shuttle. Good placement and power from Setianingrum. Oh, that's brilliant. Good defense. They're keeping it alive. Every effort made by the Indonesians in defense.
7-9.
She was on the floor at least twice, maybe 3 times in that rally.
Thank you.
Stretched too far in the end.
7-9. Service over.
Probably the wrong choice of shot anyway from Nakade. Clearly, it was poorly executed. Too much pressure on the net. This is better from the Indonesians. Well, it's all going right for Rose and Setianingrum in this second game. A 4-point lead at the break. Just not getting the luck in this second game.
I told you, remember to need to pass the shuttle quickly, okay? Change. Yeah, change.
Well, she had been warned, Nakade, for not passing the shuttle back when the Indonesians had won a point. Yes, it needed changing, but rules are rules. Bad luck. Saw the space, just couldn't find it.
Service over. 8-12.
Indonesians are looking a bit more settled after the change of ends for game 2. The Japanese pair a lot less settled for some reason. That kind of mistake, for example,
Service over.
under no real pressure,
13-8.
was not something we saw in the opener. Good serve. Oh, it's gone long. There's a challenge, though, from Rachel Rose.
Challenge is called out.
It's one of those calls that might affect the momentum of this second game, because if this is in, a 6-point lead for the Indonesians will be very hard to fight back. Hawkeye, our instant review system, has been called on to confirm. It is long.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over.
So,
9-13.
4-point gap instead of a 6-point gap. This second game still alive for Nakade and Takahashi. Getting in each other's way. They were queuing up, the Japanese, to rain that attack down.
13.
Take a look at this. Nakade did well to keep her wits about her. Well, this looks like it might be one of the longer rallies we've seen in game 2. Oh, good save. Clever smash from, I think it was Setianingrum. Yeah, undoubtedly. I think the longest rally we've seen in the second game was only 16 shots to that point.
11-13.
38, which has to be the longest rally of the match, in fact.
Play.
They find space really nicely. The Japanese pair. Oh, that might have gone wide anyway.
Service over. 14,
Cannot fault
11.
the positive nature in which they're taking this match on.
Ready?
Three-point lead, yes, but given what we've witnessed in a game and a half, I doubt the Indonesians are feeling all that comfortable in this situation. Well played. One poor
15,
shot.
11.
Had to play the lift because Setianingrum was really pushing forward, but didn't play the lift with enough quality. Plenty of space on court to find.
Service over.
Yeah. At the back of the court there,
15.
Setianingrum looking frustrated with herself by her standards. That ought to have been a little more comfortable.
Thank you.
Not looking as relaxed, are they? The Indonesian coaching staff.
12, 15.
As we usually see. Well, that had everything.
13,
Shot making,
15.
athleticism. When they get it right, the Japanese, it's very hard to stop them.
Service over. 16, 13.
Well, we will now see how Takahashi and Nakade compete under some pressure. Changes everything at times. Mental pressure, scoreboard pressure.
Service over. 14, 16. Thank you.
Doing enough to keep the Indonesians honest. Oh, miscommunication. It looked like Nakade was going to play
16.
a cross block or cross drive. She opened up her body, it's off camera, as if she was going to hit the other side. And that confused both Indonesians. Short-lived. Febby
Service
with
over.
the smash down the middle.
17, 15.
Gives her and Rose that 2-point lead back. Nearing the end of this second game. They had a 12-7 lead at one point. That's in.
Service over. 16, 17.
Good defense. Oh, that is lovely. All the pressure built by Takahashi.
17.
Nakade with the time to find the space with a great drop shot.
Thank you.
Well, it's been all Indonesia since 5-all. Look at
17,
that.
all.
Back on terms. It's been called in. What a big
18,
moment that was.
17.
You'd have to say the Japanese are struggling to find a good length on this second end, but that was perfect.
Service over. 18, all. Change.
Well, who can hold it together at crunch time? she's got a big smash. Setianingrum.
Change. 19-18.
But it's also the placement of those smashes which was causing issues. How many times have we seen that?
Service over.
Pace and power. Fast shots in the midcourt, and then finding the space with that lovely little touch. Oh no! Takahashi was down on her knees.
20, match point, 19.
Desperately trying to keep the rally alive under that much pressure. A weak defensive shot. And Setianingrum had an easy smash to hit and broke a string. Match point, just the one. She wanted it just too much.
Service over. 20-all. Players, you ready?
All. Extra points required. First pair to get 2 clear points takes the game. That cross block will make 1. Off the right hip. The forehand of Nakade
20.
into a wide open space. Match point number 2. They're on top of the rally. Finding space again. There it is!
Game.
Sumire Nakade and Mayu Takahashi. If you've never heard of them before, you'll remember the names now. They're into the final with a straight games win over Rachel Alessia Rose and Febi Setianingrum of Indonesia. What a superb performance. That opening game, Rose and Setianingrum would have felt like they'd been run over by a big Japanese bullet train. A much tighter second end. I think the conditions played their part. But this Japanese pair found a way through. And I tell you what, they've really earned it. What a great performance. 21-10, 22-20, the match score. The 8 seeds have gone. And this potential for an all-Japanese women's doubles final is very much alive. Well, coming up next, men's doubles. The 3rd seeds from Indonesia, Leo, Rolly, Karnando and Bagas Maulana are taking on from China, Hu Qiyuan and Lin Xiangyi. That's coming up next. Well, what a start to the day it has been. A terrific performance in match number 1 from Nakade and Takahashi of Japan. They are the real deal. Look out for them for a long time to come. Karnando and Maulana up next in the men's doubles from Indonesia. They're taking on China's Hu Keyuan and Lin Xiangyi.